Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Chelsea Brienne, and welcome to Soul Light Connection. Thank you all for being here. If you are enjoying these videos or if you have just found my channel, welcome. Here we talk about all things spirituality, mainly how to bring higher consciousness aspects of ourselves, of our soul, into everyday life, and really an emphasis on living a soul-led life. Now, on the topic and in connection with living a soul-led life, I want to talk about our connections and our relationships with other people and whether those connections are draining or if they are uplifting us. Because overall, every relationship should have an equal energy exchange. Now, this isn't to say that that exchange is going to be equal every single day, because of course, our partners, our family, our friends, us, we all go through hard and challenging times where, we may be in a period where we just simply can't give as much, but it is, important for us to be able to receive. So, I don't necessarily mean that that exchange, has to be 50-50, every day, 24/7. And if someone, is in a rough place and they're not able to give as much, that, that's not okay. What I'm talking about is that the base, the foundation of our connections needs to be equal in exchange, meaning that if we are going through a challenging time, if you need help, if you are down, if you have something hard in your life, whether that's physical illness, something that is just mentally and emotionally taxing, the other person in the relationship, whoever they are they able to offer you that love and that energy? Are they going to show up for you? Are they going to be there for you? Because especially us, givers, lovers, empathetic beings, we can have a tendency to have relationships where we are constantly giving. We are, the caretakers, we are the advisors, we are the counselors for everyone around us. But if that person cannot show up and extend the same to us, then that is what I am talking about when I say that the connections need to be 50-50 in terms of give and exchange. What you are willing to extend and give to another, they need to be able to extend and give something back to you of equal value, or else that's not a balanced relationship. That's not a balanced connection. And eventually, you may not realize or feel this way right now, but you're going to reach a point where you become bitter and angry and resentful if you are constantly overextending and overgiving, but not necessarily receiving that back. Um, it's going to be a drain. That's going to be an energetic drain, and it's going to be a depletion. If you are constantly giving and overextending yourself, and especially in terms of, you know, that often can stem from a wound, something that happened in the past where we were valued, we were liked, we were loved. If we were there, maybe we had a chaotic family, maybe our parents had a turbulent relationship, and, maybe your role became that peacemaker, that caretaker, and, we can attach identity to that. Like, oh, I'm the person who is always there. I'm always there. I can always fix it. I can always help. And that becomes a people pleasing identity. But when, we're having relationships like that, um, where we're not surrounding ourselves with people who extend the same to us, that's going to become an energetic drain. And, it's like, who is giving back to you? You're constantly showing up, you're constantly giving and pleasing those around you, but who is giving to you? Like, who is there for you? I just wanted to bring this up because I feel this is a very, very important component of awakening to consider. It's something very important to look at because, relationships and that idea that the five people we spend the most time with and we surround ourselves with are largely, what make up our own energy, what make us who we are, because those five people are the most frequent energy that is coming into our field, coming into our reality. And we want to choose those people, very, very carefully. We want to choose people whom can hold us whenever we're down, who can, you know, we can show up and we can speak and we can be and we can feel and we can exist and reveal and show all aspects of us. And that person is still going to be there. They are going to listen and they honor us for all that we are. And, that's very, very important because, once again, many of you listening, I'm sure, are very just empathetic, loving beings with such big hearts that are, always willing to help, always willing to give. And that is a beautiful thing. But just be careful that that is not showing up in these unbalanced relationships where you're putting yourself in positions where what you're giving is not reciprocated back to you um, by that person. And now I'm not necessarily, something that's coming in, like someone's wondering about, like charity work or giving to those in need, giving to people that, we have no relationship to, that, we might not ever receive anything from them. Um, that's completely fine. That's completely okay. And something that you should do if that uplifts you and that brings you joy. But the point remains that, you need to be open to receive and make sure that you are giving back to yourself and that you are receiving in the same manner that you're giving to others. Because, we can't give from an empty cup. That's really what all of this comes back to. We can't show up as our highest and our most loving, our most vibrant, and our most strong if we are on empty. And so we always have to make sure that our own cup is full, because from a full cup is where, we can show up and we can serve. If we are constantly overextending, overgiving, overpleasing, and we are on empty, we're not going to be in any position for wanting to give, wanting to, participate in charities or, events and functions for people who are in need, for, community events, if we are so depleted from overextending in our personal life. Um, it's always good to give. It's so beautiful to give, and we absolutely should, but we can't give if we're empty. So especially with with the holidays coming up, things can get very intense between family members, even between, like gatherings and things we feel obligated to do, and just really, really take care of yourself. And if you don't have people in your life that are giving back to you, make sure you take that time to, fill your own cup, connect to source, connect to God, connect to, that eternal living light, and bring that into your body. Fill up your own cup so that you can go forth in the world, pouring out that love, pouring out that light to everyone around you. And keep that in mind, the 5 people that you spend the most time with, that you talk to the most. If you have all of those people, those 5 people in your mind, and you think about how you feel around them, what they bring to your life, how you feel talking to them, being with them, it should be positive. Like if I think about the 5 people that I am talking to the most, that I spend the most time and energy with, they're all people who I can be my full self around, who I love dearly, and who return that love. And, I really wish that for everyone. And if you don't yet have those connections in your life, disconnecting yourself from connections that are not that is a wonderful first step, because you're creating an opening, you're creating a space for these connections of a higher vibration to come into your life. I'm going to end this video here. I'm wishing you all a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I'm sending you so much love.